she was like, Dina, have you checked your list? Like, have you checked to see what manifestations have come true? And I'm just like, no. Maybe that's what's going on with you. Welcome back to my channel. You are watching the Real Manifestation Talk with your girl, Dina Haynes, where I teach you how to deliberately create the life of your dreams through manifestation, scripting, and many other techniques. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to build your confidence when you can't manifest the little things. And when you're wondering, does manifesting work without believing? But before we get into the video, don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. It does something to the algorithms that increases the volume on my channel. Subscribe and comment down below. Tell me what manifestation topics you would love for me to talk about, and I will give you a shout out in the process. This is an interactive channel. Whatever you want to talk about, I will broadcast for you. And if you're interested in my coaching, I will put the link down below in the description as well as in the video. And now that that's taken care of, let's get into the video. So there really is no such thing as manifesting big things and little things. Really, it's all about your beliefs and how you think about the things that you are trying to manifest. So things that are really important to you can be more difficult just because the manifestation comes in when you are ready to believe that it can come in. And it's really about you getting on board with the possibility that you can have anything you want. And if you maintain a light perspective on it, that, yeah, sure, why not? You know, if you kind of have this why not kind of attitude, that makes it easier. It also makes your manifestation come quicker. But if you are bogged down in believing, and you're in the believing weeds, you're in the weeds, then chop your way out of it. I mean, it's really, when you're in the weeds, that means you have a can't do attitude. A can't do. You got to change that. The fact is you're manifesting all the time. It's not a matter of can I manifest? It's a matter of what am I manifesting? Can I be more deliberate about it? And you absolutely can. And it's all about your diet, your mental diet, not what you're putting in your mouth, but what you're feeding your brain, what you're feeding your subconscious. It's about how you think. The truth of the real, which is what we talk about on this channel, is that it takes discipline at first. When it comes to anything in life, there is a period of some sort of discipline, of action, meaning, sure, manifestation is all about allowing, but when you want to deliberately create and deliberately manifest things, you have to form better habits of believing these things that you want. And you do that through the mental diet. It could be feeding yourself affirmations. It could be going back, if you absolutely have to, going back in the past and doing a revision, reimagining the past the way that you would have wanted it to turn out. And all of this really is just to change your beliefs. That's really what it comes down to. The building blocks of manifestation are beliefs. Everyone has their own little universe. And you may have even heard that phrase like, oh, she's living in her own universe. Well, yeah, we all are living in our own universe because our universe contains everything that we are manifesting or that we've already manifested based on our beliefs. And the way you change your universe is by starting today, changing your thoughts. So step one, ground zero in changing your thoughts is becoming aware of what you're thinking. You have to start to pay attention. And if you're having lots of negative thoughts about yourself, about life, change it, switch it. And you probably think, well, how do I do that? Just quite literally flip that script right in the process of it, right when you think it. Flip it, notice it. Make a declaration to yourself that you're not going to think like that anymore. I mean, you have to decide that you do not want to think that way anymore, because continuing to think that way is only going to manifest the same crap into your universe that you've been doing. So if you like what you're seeing on the screen of reality in your universe, then continue on with those scripts. Continue on with that way of thinking. But if you want to change, then you've got to start with that, with ground zero, with your thoughts. You know, if you're manifesting a specific person, then you have to flip those thoughts to, he or she does love me. He or she does want to be with me. I am desirable. I am the most dynamic person. People love hanging out with me. People love being around me. I make people so happy. You have to flip those thoughts into things that are positive. Oh, I'm seeing another airplane. Like, what is happening with the airplanes? Oh, it's kind of freaking me out a little bit, but in a good way. Sorry about that. So start with your beliefs. You have to change your beliefs. There's no way around this. But in terms of manifesting little things, you are manifesting all the time. Everything you see in your universe is a manifestation and a reflection of what you're manifesting, how you are thinking. You can prove it to yourself. If you really want to prove it to yourself, then start writing a list. Start writing lists every day. Every day, write a list of things that you just want to see in your life. Make them mundane. Say, I want to find a quarter. I want someone to pay me a compliment today. I'm going to see a yellow rose. Make a list, and the way to prove it to yourself is you write that list down. Use the verbiage I am, I receive, I see, as if it's happening in the moment. That's how you want to write it. That's how you want to phrase it. And then drop it. Drop the list. Don't micromanage it. Don't keep checking on it. Just go about your life, right? Go about your life. I'd say give it a week, maybe a couple of weeks. Then check back on the list, because I've done this listing before. And when you drop it, especially if it's not important to you. It's so easy to forget about it. So then check that list and go through. I remember doing this when I first started watching Joseph Ally videos. If you haven't checked him out, check him out. He's amazing. He's great. I also really enjoy how he connects manifestation to the Bible and religion. I personally am not a super religious person. I'm more just spiritual. But for those of you out there who are really bought into that dogma of God and the Bible, he's fantastic. He really explains it and breaks it down. So check out his videos for that. But he was the one that got me into like scripting, like writing down like just random things to manifest, to prove it to yourself, to prove it. And I forgot about the list. I wrote these things down in my journal and then I left it. And one of my friends who was manifesting with me, she was like, Dina, have you checked your list? Like, have you checked to see what manifestations have come true? And I'm just like, no. Maybe that's what's going on with you. Maybe you have already written these things down. You just haven't checked your list. Well, check that freaking list. If you haven't written things down, write them down, and then give it a week or two and go back and check that list and see if you can remember all the things that happened in those weeks that were on that list. This is just honestly manifestation 101. Like even before, this is pre-manifestation 101. You can prove this to yourself. This is real. And the truth is, you don't even have to have a list. That's really just to make you become aware that, wow, your thoughts do become things. But you can actually just go back. A good example would be like if you were in a relationship, if you were manifesting a specific person and maybe there was a fallout with your ex, you can go back in time and you can recount, what was I thinking back then? Like maybe your ex cheated on you. you can go back and go, well, what was I thinking at that time? Was I really suspicious? Was I preoccupied with him or her cheating? Was I checking his or her social media? Was I preoccupied with those thoughts of cheating? And I guarantee you probably were. Whatever it is that you're focusing on is what will manifest in your reality. So here's another plane. So you definitely want to be in charge of what you are feeding yourself. Your thoughts, they feed you. They feed your subconscious. They are your subconscious. Those thoughts build up your beliefs, and that is what manifests into the real time and space of reality. That's what's manifest into your universe. So start there. And yes, you can prove it to yourself. Start writing those lists and then comment down below. Tell me what kind of things you've been manifesting, what kind of things you noticed, because I want to hear about it. And if you haven't liked this video already, then hit the like button, please. Subscribe and stay tuned, because the next video is going to be about how do you let the manifestation in? Are you keeping the manifestation from coming? And I have the perfect example of how one person did not let it in, and that it came in only when she was ready. So stay tuned. I will see you next time.